You know what? No, we're just gonna stop distracting myself. We're gonna actually talk about the topic I want to talk about. So, did you guys know that Ohio is trying to exempt clergy from reporting abuse? Well, now you do. We're gonna go ahead and get right to the fan art section, and we're gonna talk about that because it's not great. So, the very first bit of fan art we have here is from Frith the Bogny Nympho. The Bog Nympho? Frith the Bog Nympho. There we go. So months ago, someone said Suris was a type of Lithuanian cheese, and that info has had a chokehold on my brain since. Finally had a chance to make my obsessive thought a reality. I give you charcuterie slime, Suris. If I have to suffer, so do you. Cheese. Cheese. Anywho, thank you for that one. The next one we have here is from Newt Milk. So after spending too much of my time in Stardew Valley in the mines yesterday, this came to mind. Aw. The next one we have here is from Maka. Work in progress sketch of a very skeptical slime skeptic, giving us the cutest owl. Oh, you freaking degenerates. Squints. Hey. I don't squint. Anywho, as always, everybody, thank you all for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it in the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, if you haven't already subscribed and hit the bell notification icon, please consider doing so. And also check out the Patreon if you want behind-the-scenes stuff. I'm going to be going to the Portland Gaming Expo here in a couple weeks, so if you want some behind-the-scenes footage from that, then my Patreon is going to be where you want to go for that. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into everything we need to talk about today. So, I just read the title. We can go into the actual article now. 33 states exempt clergy from laws that require professionals such as teachers and doctors to report information about alleged child abuse to police or child welfare officials if the church deems the information privileged. Why? This loophole has resulted in an unknown number of child sex abuse cases being allowed to continue for years, despite the perpetrator having confessed the behavior to religious officials. In many of these cases, the privilege has been invoked to shield religious groups from civil and criminal liability after the abuse became known to civil authorities. Why? Why would that even be a thing? But why? I just have to ask, why are you telling your clergy that you've, say, I don't know, diddled kids? Why would you do that? If not to receive forgiveness for doing the thing from, oh, I don't know, God. I feel like that information should not just stay with, you, your clergy, and God. It feels like that's a thing that should actually be known by other people. Just throwing that out there. Over the past 2 decades, lawmakers in these states have proposed more than 130 bills seeking to create or amend child sex abuse reporting laws, the Associated Press Review found. All either targeted the loophole and failed to close it, or amended the mandatory reporting statute without touching the clergy privilege amidst intense opposition from religious groups. Here is a look at the 33 states and the bills aimed at changing their laws, plus some tips for localizing the story. Let's see. Let's find Georgia. How much you want to bet, Georgia? Yep. What's happening in Georgia? Georgia's exemption for child abuse reports received during confessions was signed into law in 2012 as part of an unrelated criminal reform bill. The child abuse section significantly expanded mandates that mandated reporters of suspected abuse, adding clergy to the list for people but leaving the privilege in the loophole. That just said, how does a lawmaker bring this up without their peers looking at them like they're insane? By being a Republican 9 times out of 10. I know that sounds dumb and weird and mean, but that would be my instant thought. Of course, we have the list here of all of this. Let's take a look at a couple of these here. Epic, I don't want to buy your shit. Go away. Let's take a look at a couple of these. Alabama. In 2003, Alabama state law included clergy in its list of mandatory reporters, but Alabama's rules of evidence exempts information about alleged child abuse that is obtained by clergy in confidential communications. It's in Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, even in California. In 2019, then California State Senator Jerry Hill proposed Bill SB 360 that would have required clergy to report reasonable suspicion of child abuse or neglect by other clergy members or co-workers that they learned of during confessions. The bill was placed on hold after opposition from the Catholic Church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and other religious groups. The Catholics and the Mormons were just like, give me them kids. Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking hell. Wyoming, Wisconsin, Vermont, Utah, South Carolina, Pennsylvania, Oregon, Ohio, North Dakota. Somebody typing in the comment section because I just said Oregon that way, who's now deleting their comment because I just corrected myself, who's now typing the comment again because they realize I'm doing this for engagement. Okay, so let me ask you a question. When you are admitting to a crime where you have harmed a minor, when you are admitting to that, barring issues where, say, the statute of limitations has been lifted, I feel like if you admit to harming that child and the parents would like to press charges, maybe charges should actually be able to be levied against you for that. For a society that seems, on the surface, with its Christian majority, to care very, very much about the well-being of children, about keeping them safe, about making sure that they can live their lives without groomers getting involved in their lives, you would think, for just a moment, that anybody who is in that category of caring about the kids would actually do something about this specifically, and yet apparently 33 states still have this. Republican lawmakers who might be watching this video, I know none of you are because I'm not that important on the internet or anywhere in general, but I just have to ask the question, why would y'all freak the fuck out about LGBTQ education in schools? And yet this is a loophole that has been, in some cases, widening since the early 2000s. That feels like a little bit of ideological inconsistency, at least to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're not the monsters that I think you are. Or maybe, when we look at the actual laws that happen to get passed and the actual ways in which Republicans tend to focus on things, we find that kids aren't really being protected. They just want to make sure they have more control over the ways in which they're abused. But this is a short one, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I don't have much more to add to this other than that this is fucked up. And it shouldn't be like this. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, everyone, insert end of video tagline here.